What's up, YouTube? Alright, a little bit of a different video than the other ones I've done so far. We live up on a hill and it gets pretty breezy over here, and a big trampoline in an area where the wind is pretty bad. It could be an issue. So I'm going to show you guys a pretty clever way to secure the trampoline and make sure it doesn't take off and end up in a neighbor's yard or who knows. I mean, earlier this year we had gusts of wind of up to like 80 miles an hour, so it could get really bad up here. And so obviously initially when we installed or put the trampoline together, I used sandbags, quite a few of them, and it was still kind of vibrating, like jumping up and down when the wind was really bad. So I ended up parking my truck right next to it and ratchet strapping it to the truck. Well, with some research that I've done and talking to a couple other people what they've used, you know, everyone has their own ideas, and hey, if it works, great. But I was really worried here with the wind that we're getting, and I went to the local farm supply store and they said, hey, why don't you use some screws that they use for tarps to keep the tarp secure on top of hay bales, like those big not mounds but stacked up hay bales that could be, you know, 50 yards long. And I'll show you what I bought from them, and it worked great. It was just really hard to get it in the ground. I had to use a curl bar and put all my body weight and spun it to go all the way in the ground. So this is the one that I bought from the farm supply. See, it's got an eye loop on it, and you screw it all the way in about 18 inches, and then you just ratchet strap it to the trampoline. Well, I found something very similar but a lot easier to use. Well, it should be anyways. We'll find out here soon. On Amazon, I think it was about 25 bucks or something like that. Sorry, I bought them a couple months ago and I can't remember, but I'll put the link in the description and it'll obviously have the exact price. But this is what it looks like. It's got a sharp point that's covered with this little rubber piece and this eye loop. But the cool thing about the ones on Amazon, this eye loop actually unscrews. Let me sit the tripod down. So it unscrews, and now you could use a socket with the impact drill, and the idea is you could screw this in with ease using an impact drill. So I'm gonna give this a shot, see if it works, and if it does, I'm gonna buy another 4-pack because I really want to overkill this. I want to make sure it's not going anywhere. So, but this is what I'm gonna do, and I'll walk you guys through it and see how it works out. Here we go. Alright, you guys, so it takes a 14 mil socket for the model that I have. I'm sure there's probably other models out there, but yeah, so this is the idea. And then, okay, so I'm going to take this rubber piece off so it's got a nice point to it, and let's see if it works. Oh my gosh.
There's a snake.
Tiny little lizard.
That was a lizard?
Yeah, tiny little lizard just scared the crap out of me.
I thought that was a snake.
I haven't seen him out here before. It was really cool. The tail was blue, bright blue.
No, where is it?
Okay, you guys, my ground here is super tough. It's
Dad,
like
I see it.
alkaline.
Dad, I see it. Richard.
You did?
Yeah.
Nice. And it's been super dry this summer, and it's struggling. My DeWalt 20 volt is struggling big time, but it still went in. It went in pretty far. Let's see. So it went in about half. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the eye loop back on there and see if I could drive it further down using that crowbar.
It was a lizard. No, Dad, a snake right there. Oh no, it's not. Dude, let's jump. Oh.
Well, that didn't work. So far, this is giving me a hard time. Dang it.
Soon, okay? What?
I'm gonna drive this out, use a different one.
Yeah, in 10 minutes.
Like I said, you guys, if you live in an area where you have good soil, this should be really easy. But this hard alkaline type soil is giving me a hard time. But anyways, so I lost one. Let's try it again with a different one. Okay. Take the eye loop. Screw it on.
I've never seen a lizard out here. Dude, let's jump.
Alright, you guys, this is really giving me a hard time. So as I'm ratcheting it, it's starting to pull this out, and it's lifting the dirt up. So it's because it was only in about, I don't know, 5 inches. So I'm gonna start fresh with a different hole. I'll drive it in as far as my impact drill will drive it. If you guys have a super heavy duty impact drill, I'm sure it'll do a lot better. But and then I'll see if I could ratchet by hand all the way in. So glad I'm doing this on the camera for the first time, just because this is a real live review and kind of trial and error on these things. So here we go. Okay, all right, so I drove it in with the impact as far as it would go. Ouch, that's hot. And I got my kind of a smaller breaker bar. And let's see if we can make some damage here. Like I said, I want to get it down as far as it'll go, just so it'll have really good holding power. Boy, it hit something like a rock or something. Yeah, I can hear it. That's pretty much flushed with the ground.
Dad,
Hold on, bud. Look at that, pretty much flushed. That worked perfect.
Dad, look at.
Okay, let's put the loop back in. All right, got the eye loop nice and secure, and then ratchet strap it. I leave it pretty loose at first, so I make sure that it bites on the strap pretty good. You don't want to get it super tight like you would when you're strapping something down, because there's absolutely zero give, so then you don't have a lot of strap wrapped around, and it could slip. So start it pretty loose so you get a decent amount of strap looped up. And look at that. That's awesome, you guys. Hopefully it won't pull out, but I feel like it would have pulled out by now. So now I'm just gonna take the strap, do a quick little knot. Bam. And then off to the next one. Now that I know what I'm doing, let's see if this will go a little bit quicker. Whew. Tell you what, kind of takes the air out of you, but it's a 1,000 times easier than the one I got from the farm supply store, just because from the get-go you do it by hand, because that loop is not removable. So this is way easier, way easier. My goal is to add, I was gonna add 4, but I broke one, so I got 3 of them. But I do have the one from the farm supply store, so there's gonna be 4 of them right now strapped, and I'm probably gonna get at least 4 more. I want to strap it really good all the way around, and because my goal is to take all these sandbags. It's not very pleasant on the eyesight, so looks a little trashy, but regardless, whatever works for you. I've heard of people even tying cinder blocks to their trampoline. I've talked to a gentleman that lives here in town, or I should say just outside of town. Same thing when his kids were young and they had a trampoline. He actually bought those really big concrete blocks they use for retaining walls, those huge ones, and he bought like 4 of those and placed them around the trampoline and ratchet strapped the trampoline to that. So yeah, you just gotta do whatever works for you, but I do feel like once I get these installed and ratchet strapped, it'll look pretty clean. So anyways, enough talk, let's just finish this. Okay, there's that. Put this on. There. All right, off to the next one. Okay. All right, you guys. So install that one. This is the one that I already had from the farm supply store. The hook they used to tie down tarps. Then install that one there and that one. So I have a total of 4. And again, I want to add more all the way around it. At least 4 more. And then hopefully remove all these sandbags. Hopefully get a handle on these dang tumbleweeds that are growing all over the place. And but yeah, so if you guys are in the market or trying to brainstorm ideas how to secure your trampoline, there you have it. Worked pretty good, and I think it's gonna do great. It's gonna hold up to all the winds and all the storms we get over here. As you can tell, really smoky. Finally the smoke cleared. It was clear for about a week, and now I guess not too far from here in Washington there's a fire that just broke out, and here we are again, just smoked in. But anyways, thanks for watching the video. If this was at all helpful, please hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you guys on the next one.